You landed in Athens. You took that deep breath of Mediterranean air, and for a moment, everything felt perfect. The dream you had been planning for months, maybe even years, was finally real. But then, the next morning came, and nobody warned you about what happens next. See, here is the thing about moving to Greece from the United States. The beautiful photos, the sunset dinners, the living my best life posts on social media, they never show you what the first 90 days actually look like. They never show you sitting in a government office for 3 hours only to be told you are missing one document. They never show you realizing your US phone barely works, your bank cards keep getting declined, and you cannot even sign a lease because you do not have a Greek tax number yet. It sounds overwhelming. And honestly, it can feel like the walls are closing in right when everything was supposed to feel like freedom. So here is what is really going on. Your first 90 days in Greece are not a vacation. They are a critical window. What you do or do not do in this period determines whether you build a real life here or end up stuck in temporary housing, burning through savings, with your residence permit application sitting in limbo. There are 3 numbers that unlock everything in Greece. Your AFM, which is your Greek tax number. Your AMKA, if this applies to you, which is your social security number. And a Greek bank account. Without these 3 things, you cannot legally rent a home. You cannot set up utilities. You cannot work. You cannot access healthcare. Every single day you delay getting them costs you real time and real money. And here is the catch-22 that trips up almost every American who arrives. You need an address to get your tax number, but you need a tax number to sign a lease. It is a loop. And if you do not know how to break it, you can lose weeks going in circles. So let me walk you through the proven sequence. The one that actually works. In your first 14 days, your only job is survival mode. Get your AFM submitted by day 7. The smartest move? Hire a local accountant for 50 to 100 euros. They use their office as your temporary address, and your tax number arrives in 5 to 10 business days. That one step alone saves you weeks of frustration. While your AFM is processing, start your Greek bank account application. And believe me, Greek banks are not like American banks. They will ask for documents you did not expect. They may turn you away on your first visit, and a different clerk the next day might approve you on the spot. Patience and persistence are not optional here. They are required. Between days 10 and 21, apply for your AMK. That is what lets you work legally and access the healthcare system. Now, during days 15 through 45, 2 big things need to happen. First, your residence permit application. If you entered on a tourist visa, this must be submitted within 30 days. Miss that deadline and you are looking at fines, forced exit, or worse. Second, long-term housing. By now you have explored neighborhoods, tested internet speeds, learned which areas actually work for your lifestyle. You are ready to make an informed decision, not a panicked one. And then, days 46 through 90. This is where most people hit an emotional wall. The novelty fades. The permanent vacation fantasy meets the reality of strikes, slow internet, and bureaucratic surprises that just keep coming. This phase is about building your safety net. Set up private health insurance. Find English-speaking doctors. Start learning survival Greek, even just 50 essential words and phrases. And most importantly, build a social network before loneliness sets in. Because here is the truth that nobody talks about. The number 1 reason expats leave Greece within a year is not the bureaucracy. It is isolation. Now imagine this. By day 90, you have your tax number, your bank account, your social security number, all sorted. Your residence permit is submitted and your temporary certificate is in hand. You are living in a real home with utilities, internet, and a neighborhood you chose on purpose. You have a doctor, insurance, and people you can actually call when you need help. You are not a tourist anymore. You are a resident. And you are finally living the life that brought you here in the first place. Look, making a move like this takes courage. Leaving behind everything familiar, stepping into a completely different system, in a different language, with different rules. It is one of the hardest things a person can do. And the learning curve? It is steep. A lot of people figure it out by making every mistake first. They lose weeks. They waste thousands of dollars. They almost give up. But it does not have to be that way. You do not need to suffer just to learn. That is what experience is for. We have spent over 25 years guiding American families through exactly this process. Every dead end at a government office, every banking rejection, every lease negotiation trap. We have seen it, solved it, and built a system so you do not have to go through it the hard way. So here is what is really going on. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and sign up for my newsletter. Every week, we share real, practical guidance, the kind of information that saves you time and money, straight from the ground here in Greece. No fluff. No generic advice. Just the things we wish someone had told every family we have helped on day one. Click the links below and join. Because the smartest move you can make is not going through this alone.